There have been 2 explosions at Brussels airport.
In March of 2016, the world once again faced the reality that extremist groups like Daesh bring to our world.
Video footage shows people running away from the scene and smoke rising from a terminal building.
For one Air Force family, it was a personal tragedy. The Travis Air Force Base crew that flew them home recalls seeing one of the children that day.
Yeah, I remember when they moved her from the ambulance onto the jet, she was not happy. Not happy at all.
It was hard seeing them as kids. 11 years old, I think, was the son, and then the daughter was like 17. Then the youngest daughter was like 7, maybe. And it was rough seeing kids in that state that did nothing to deserve it.
You know, and then knowing the story behind it, knowing about their mother.
The mother passed away at the airport. The father and his 4 children were taken home on one of Travis's C-17s.
You don't want to become too emotionally invested in what's going on downstairs, not because you're heartless, but because of the exact opposite.
This was a new concept to Airman Copeland. This was his very first medical evacuation.
And the son was the first person that was like directly in front of me, and periodically throughout the flight, I would see him like open his eyes, and I remember he had to be in a blanket because he had so many burns all over his body that the ambient air hurt him.
We're not going to be able to help them by feeling sorry for them or getting emotional about it. It's much better to stay as disciplined and focused on the task at hand as possible.
Their task was an 11-hour flight that would normally require the giant C-17 to be refueled mid-flight.
Refueling, while not a violent maneuver, is a little bit bumpy, and given the medical state of the folks downstairs, we wanted to make things as smooth and comfortable as possible to avoid any additional pain or inconvenience for them. So by avoiding refueling, we could both speed up the time it would take to get to Texas, and we could avoid the bumps along the way.
The crew faced a mountain of uncommon factors that required urgent coordination. For the family's comfort, they also couldn't fly as high as normal. Flying low burns more fuel. The plan was to fill up their tanks with more fuel than usual while flying at a significantly lower altitude against the jet stream with an aircraft that's been completely reconfigured into an ICU, taking along an Air Force medical evacuation crew and an Army burn unit. They checked the airports in both Brussels and Texas, confirming that they could even handle a massive C-17. After considering every possible outcome, the crew decided to go for it and was able to successfully get the family to Texas without taking the time to refuel.
I know that we had a mission to take care of. Flying the jet is just like any other day, but the fact that we had 5 family members, 5 Air Force family members in the back, I'd say I'm more glad that I'm a C-17 pilot now, having done this mission, than any other mission that I've done in the past.
I remember Dad, he was just like halfway through the flight. He was awake, and I just saw him one time. Actually, a couple times. He was looking down at his finger. And he was playing with his wedding ring, and it was he got a little very emotional. Just knowing what happened, and it hits you at home.
This is why we're here. This is why this jet was designed to do the aeromedical evac mission for situations just like this. And the fact that it was an Air Force family kind of brings it all around the same circle.
Senior Airman Scott Taylor, Travis Air Force Base, California.